Hi everyone, and welcome to today's video. Today we are once again going to be wearing two different concealers underneath the eyes and comparing them. This is episode 2 of this little series that I just thought of one day because I constantly get asked to choose between two concealers. Like, do I like this one over this one, or does this one wear better than this one? That kind of thing. And so I figured that I would start this series in order to show you guys some of my favorite concealers, some of the concealers that stay in my top drawer, show them side by side, and then you guys get to decide which one you like best based on how they wear on me throughout the entire day. So I asked you guys on Instagram through Insta Stories to vote for the Tarte Shape Tape against the Boing Cakeless from Benefit, or the Tarte Shape Tape against the Makeup Forever, what is this called? The Matte Velvet Skin, just because I feel like all three of these concealers have pretty similar finishes. So after leaving the poll up for 24 hours, you guys decided that you wanted to see the Tarte Shape Tape against the Boing Cakeless from Benefit. I actually have two shades because I mixed them. I have to mix them in order to get a better match for my complexion. Unfortunately, Benefit didn't launch too many of these concealers, but it's a really good formula, and so that's why I decided to just purchase two different shades, mix them up, and then that way I can also customize it depending on the time of year. So let's go over some of the details for these concealers. If you're looking for a really in-depth detailed review, I do have videos on both concealers with all of that information, and I will link them down below just in case you're looking for that. As far as what I'm going to be going over, it's just price, finish, and the amount of coverage, and I'll go over the shade range as well. So we'll start off with the Boing Cakeless concealer. It retails for $22 US. It comes in 14 different shades. It's meant to be a full coverage concealer with a natural finish. As for the Tarte Shape Tape, this retails for $27 US, and you can find it in 30 different shades. As far as the finish, I can't find that information anywhere on the Ulta website or on the Tarte Cosmetics website, but after using it many different times, I can tell you it has more of a matte finish. Definitely. So now let's go ahead and get started. I am going to be using these concealers with a corrector underneath in order to get the most out of the concealers, and also because I find that these pair really well with my Becca Under Eye Brightening Corrector, since this formula is tacky, moisturizing, and pretty creamy. It keeps the under eye area from looking excessively dry with these concealers. So I'm just gonna grab a little bit of this. I use the shade Medium to Deep. They have two different shades. So just canceling out the darkness before foundation and concealer. All right, so now that the corrector is on, let me apply foundation and I'll be right back. All right, foundation is on. It is time for concealers. I'm gonna be using the Boing Cakeless over here on the right and the Tarte Shape Tape over here on the left. Let's start off with this guy first. And I always start with my deeper shade and then I add a couple of dots of the lighter shade, and that tends to balance it out so it doesn't look too deep underneath my eyes. Just do that much. You know what? I think I'm just gonna do one dot right there. And I'm gonna blend it out using my Deluxe Crease brush from Real Techniques. Now this comes in like a set of two, so it's this one and like another eye brush. They're meant for the eyes. I use this one for underneath the eyes. I love the way that it blends concealers out. All right, just like that, one side done. Now let's move on to the left side. Applying a few dots over here and blending this side out. All right, so everything is blended. Now I'm going to set it using my Pat McGrath Labs. I always forget the name of this. This is the Blurring Under Eye Powder in the shade Medium. And I take a very small amount. Like, these concealers don't really need to be set. I guess just depending on who you are, depending on how much product you use, then you might. I always set it because I don't like the shininess underneath the eyes. And also because I feel like it makes it look smoother and last a little bit longer. So that's why I set it, but I set it very lightly. Like, I barely grab any powder and I just press it underneath the eyes. All right, so now that everything is set and ready, I'm gonna zoom you in so that you guys can get a better look underneath the eye area. All right, so here it is. This is the Boing Cakeless and the Tarte Shape Tape. Similar coverage, right? All right, now I'm just gonna jump off camera, finish the rest of my makeup, and I'll be right back. All right, so I'm back, makeup is done. This look took a very festive turn. I thought this was gonna be more on the brown side, but it turned out a little bit more red, which is okay. I'm okay. I'm ready for Christmas, even though Halloween's not here yet, but the stores are always ready for Christmas around Halloween, and apparently so am I. So it is currently 11:15 in the morning. I do plan on wearing these concealers all day long, and the last time that I did this, you all really seemed to enjoy the midday check-in from the car because you got to see everything in natural lighting. So I'm gonna do it again. My midday check-in will be from the car, and then of course, end of day, we'll be back here in the room. So I'll see you in a few hours. I'll see you back right here in a few hours for my midday check-in in natural lighting. All right, so quick midday check-in from the car. It is currently 2:59, so I've had these concealers on now for, I believe, a good 4 hours. This is what they look like. This is the Tarte Shape Tape and the Boing Cakeless. Still wearing good. They look pretty much the same, in my opinion, but we'll see how we finish off the day. I will see you all back home at the end of the night for my final, check-in. All right, so I'm back home for my final check-in. It is currently 6:27, which means that I've had these concealers on now for about 7 hours. So let me zoom you all in so that you can get a better look underneath the eye area after 7 hours of wear. All right, so here it is. This is the Boing Cakeless side and the Tarte Shape Tape. All right, so there you have it. That is the current situation underneath the eyes after wearing these concealers for 7 hours. Now you get to look at it side by side. Personally, I can't decide which concealer I like more. I just feel like they wear pretty much the exact same way. They both have a similar finish. They both have the same amount of coverage. I like them. I like them both. When paired with my Becca Corrector, they tend to do really well underneath the eyes. The one thing that I have learned from these concealers is that they don't need a lot of setting powder. Like if you're gonna set the under eye area, make sure that it's very, very lightly set. Because of the finish, they tend to look a little dry if you overset them. Like if you set them too much, then, or at least that's what I've noticed on my under eye area, is that when I set them too heavy with the powder, they tend to look a little bit too dry because they're already kind of like more on the matte side as far as the formula goes. So just lightly set it, and I like them both. I like them both. So you guys are gonna have to let me know down below which one you think wore better. So that completes today's video. Thank you all so much for watching. I truly hope that you enjoyed today's product comparison and that you found it helpful. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel so that you don't miss out on future videos. And also don't forget to follow me over on Instagram, where I absolutely love to interact with you guys. As always, take care, and I will see you all in my next video. Mwah! Bye.